Hello everyone, I hope you don't mind, but I'm filming this and putting it up a week earlier than I should. In a nutshell, I am taking part in something called NaNoWriMo, which stands for National November Writing Month. The clue is in the title. Basically, throughout the whole month of November each year, there's this competition, but it's not, you don't win anything, but it's just sort of a push to write, really. You have to write a 50,000 word first draft of a novel in the month of November, and as you can imagine, it's a bit crazy, but it's so much fun. And in the last couple of weeks I've been really busy preparing for that. I've also been looking for a job. It's been really busy generally, sort of life, everything. So yeah, I thought it best I film it now instead of next week when I'm probably half crazed. Skin wise, this is an update for skin. So skin wise, it's been same as last month, really, just amazing. Still has not sunk in properly that my skin is good. I think you do sort of get used to bad skin and you sort of accept is a bit of a, it sounds really sad, but you do sort of accept that you have bad skin. So when it changed, it's just still, one day it's gonna sink in properly, I think, but it definitely hasn't yet. But I'm still just been amazing, really. You know, getting back into the swing of things, going out a lot more. It's just been wonderful, really. Just appreciating the small things. That's what I've really loved the most. Just everyday tasks that are comfortable, that weren't before, which is just wonderful. It's so silly, things like just wearing a top and going out still hasn't really sunk in. And like even sitting on the tube comfortable. At the weekend I went to London and it was just like hilarious, ridiculous weather. I mean, it was blustery, rainy, cold, then stuffy. You were all sweaty and hot from going into the tube, and I just sat there and it was just like, wait, my skin, it's fine. So literally I got my phone out, I was like, I need photographic evidence that I'm on the tube, my skin's amazing. So I will actually be putting pictures in my blog of that day, but I'll talk about the blog a bit later on. So yeah, like I said, skin has been pretty much the same as last month. So I've had very sort of random rashes that'll pop up and then they'll go right down again. My face, I should mention, has just gone from strength to strength this month, apart from one like cracked lip that you can't even really see, but I'll post, I've got a picture of it, which you can barely see anything. That's the only thing that's happened on my face. It's just been, oh my god, such good skin. So that I mentioned that. I've had one longer lingering sort of rash on my by my right underarm, but again, nothing bad, and I've captured, I think maybe from about 5 days ago when it sort of was up, and then a couple of days later, or maybe even a day, I'm not sure, where it calmed down again. It's calm at the moment. It may come up again, but it doesn't seem to be going anywhere. It seems to be just this like isolated red rash that just, you know, calms right down again. So that's happened. I've got my list here. I just want to check I've not forgot anything. So yes, that's the other thing. Taking pictures of my skin is becoming increasingly harder to sort of capture rashes, which is a great sign, but it's hard to sort of put across, look at this rash, and then you take a picture, it's like there is nothing there. I found that as well, you know, when you're sort of in a bad phase with TSW, your skin feels like it's burning. You look in the mirror and you're like, oh my god, I look terrible. Then you get your phone and you try and take a picture and it's like, where is the rash gone? I look okay. Oh my god, like, but inside you're feeling so uncomfortable, and you know, you look in the mirror and it's not very good. So anyway, I don't know why I went off on that tangent, but yeah, thought I'd just throw that in. I've completely forgotten there's other stuff. Yes, the spots, I mentioned in my last video that I was starting to get spots around my nose, sort of that area. They've calmed right down. I've had the odd spot, but nothing like when I was talking about it last, so that's really good. And also the weather in the UK, it's been it's been, for most of the time, it's been absolutely amazing for this time of year. Really beautiful weather, like the skies have been blue, you know, all the trees are golden. It looks, stunning, stunning. But there have been times where I've noticed that, you know, it's turning into winter. And on those days, I have been going out like a mummy, basically. I put a picture up on Instagram. My face is just like Tutankhamun or something. So I'm gonna see if that makes a difference to maybe stop some of the wind damaging my face. I don't know if it's gonna help, but I'll try it, and then I'll, you know, let you know how I get on with that. But yeah, so far so good, no dryness or anything. Also wanted to mention, this is related to the arm rash, and I don't know if it's related, but who knows. On the 7th of October, I started using this deodorant, I don't know, called Pit Rock. It's a natural one. It's a crystal deodorant, fragrance for women, roll-on deodorant. And I heard from someone it was amazing. I thought it was terrible. I gave it about 2.5 weeks. I've been trying to be more natural in sort of every area of my life, and deodorant's something I've really wanted to change because I know how bad is it the aluminium in it is. But unfortunately had no joy with this. I'll have to stick with Mitchum for now, which is amazing. Like, if you're, especially as well, if you're going through, you know, a bad sweating time, I found Mitchum, I mean, in the bad sweating time, it sort of controlled it. It didn't take it away, but it sort of helped. So that might be good for anyone who's struggling with the sweating at present. It's really good for underarms. And yes, is there anything else? There is probably, I haven't been doing much meditation. I started again yesterday. I think it was yesterday I started the meditation, but on the whole I haven't had the time. It's been really exciting and busy for the last few weeks, but there's just been no time spare to dedicate to meditation. But for the sake of sort of everything coming up and winter and sort of, you know, so much stress and overexcitement, I feel I've got to do it for my skin and sort of my general well-being. So I will be restarting the meditation. Well, I did last night, but yeah, I will be from now on. What else is there? Oh, the other thing, my main skin problem this month has been freckles coming up. I think because I've been really enjoying sort of having good skin. I've been sort of out in the sun, you know, dancing about, not literally, but, you know, really excited that I've got good skin and not really thinking about, you know, sun protection. As a redhead, real mistake. So I've noticed I've got so many more freckles. So, but the problem I have, like, if you've watched my videos before, you know I don't use sun cream. I don't use sun cream. I don't use moisturiser. I talk about moisturiser withdrawal in another video. And sun cream has cream in it, so I'm looking out for one that's sort of mineral one. I don't know anything really, so I'm on the lookout. If anyone who's watching this knows a good one that's a high factor. As I said, I am a redhead, so, you know, and very pale, so I do need one very badly because I'm going to damage myself. I may have good skin, but I will look like leather very quickly. What is the other thing? Oh my god, yes, teeth. Last week I started having really bad toothache on my lower right wisdom tooth. It's sort of, I've known about problems with my wisdom teeth for ages. I had them taken out on that side, and I should have had them taken out years ago on this side too, but I didn't because I got scared off. But that's another hilarious long story. And yeah, it sort of started coming up really badly last week, and I started panicking. I thought I was going to have my tooth taken out, but luckily on when was it, last Saturday, I went to my dentist in London and I didn't need it out, and it was just an infection, and my dentist suggested I use something called Peroxyl to get rid of the infection. And I'll show you. Peroxyl looks like this. It's sort of like a mouthwash, and the colour is like blue like an avatar or something, which didn't fill me with joy because obviously our skin's so sensitive and I'm in such a sort of you know, iffy place. Like, I feel like anything, I'm scared to do, you know, anything you know, to set it off again. But I mean, I started using Peroxyl on Saturday night and I stopped on Tuesday night. And I do sense that my skin's been a little more irritated in that time, but I mean, who knows? I had to go back to the dentist to see the hygienist. If you've not been to the hygienist before, I recommend it so much. They're just amazing. So yeah, I saw her and she actually put, because you know, the infection was in my wisdom tooth, she had to clear it out. That's a lovely image, but then she had to put Corsadil on it, so that's yet more treatment that my, you know, my iffy skin, I don't know, it's not been more irritated, but you know, I've sensed there's like a little ooh from, you know, all this sort of tinkering about and sort of using bright blue products. I don't think it's the best, really. So I mean, it hasn't affected my skin to look at. I mean, I'll come as close as I can. Sorry, the lighting is so bad, but this is the only place where I live where there is, you can't hear traffic or anything, so I thought, you know, it'd be better to be quiet. So yeah, that's my skin really, sort of, you know, the odd isolated rash that sort of calms down. I think the next month, especially because it's going to be full on, the weather's going to turn, is going to be a very interesting time. I will definitely keep you updated with how it's gonna how it's going and all that on my Instagram, but I mean, fingers crossed. I think this will be an indication of what it's going to do in the future months, really. I'm just going to check it on my list of stuff. Let's see, sorry about this. Yes, did I God, I have the worst memory at the moment. My mind's all over the place. Yes, a blog. I mentioned this earlier in the video, but a couple of weeks ago I set up a blog for TSW. My main reason for doing it in the first place was my mum, when I was in the first month of withdrawal, she wrote sort of diary entries for the entire first month of my withdrawal, and I read them just recently and they were absolutely fascinating, and I posted them and you were really lovely about them. So I then posted another thing from my mum's perspective, and then it sort of just, I descended into madness and like did 1,000 blog posts. So there's I've now added sort of my photo diary, of TSW broken up into 4-month blog posts, so you can actually compare month by month how your skin is to mine. I know we're all different, but it might give you some hope, because, you know, I mean, I got better after 26 months, 27 months. And I've also got, which I will link in the description box below this video, frequently asked questions. A lot of people ask me questions that keep coming up, so I thought I would give a coherent version of what I would probably say all mixed up in the blog post, so I will link that below. And also, instead of doing photos at the end of the video like I did for my last update, I'm actually going to post a blog that I will link in the description bar of how my skin has been over the last month, the odd mini rash and stuff like that. And the last couple of things I wanted to mention, girl called Nina, I'm sure you all know her. She set up a fabulous Facebook group. I think it's women dealing with sort of topical steroid withdrawal and eczema through positivity, healing through positivity. I'll sort of name the real Facebook title below. She's in month 16, I think it's probably month 17 now, of TSW, and she's documented her sort of journey on YouTube, and it's just amazing. I only watched her videos I think last week, and they were just wonderful in a sense that they're just such a brilliant documentation of topical steroid withdrawal. I mean, all my videos have been when I've been well. I mean, the last thing I would have wanted to do when I was feeling bad was get my video camera out. Probably the most opposite thing in the world would be to get my video camera out when I was bad. And her videos are really raw. They really show how it feels through the really hard parts. She's just amazing, so brave. And I mean, I'm sure that everyone watching this video has watched her videos, but if not, you've got to watch them. They're just fascinating and so inspirational, because her videos start from month 1 and they go all the way through to 16 months, and her face in the month 16 is just flawless. She's got beautiful skin, she looks amazing. So yeah, really do watch them if you can. And again, the last thing I just wanted to say, thank you to ITSAN and blogs. Oh my god, I nearly wrote a very silly message, a gushing message on the ITSAN Facebook group, because I just felt so grateful one night that I discovered topical steroid withdrawal. And like I said, all the blogs in ITSAN. I kind of think sometimes, I wonder where I would be if I hadn't heard of topical steroid withdrawal and red skin syndrome. But I just, best day ever on the 6th of June 2013. Just the best decision I've ever made. So to anyone who sort of set up ITSAN, Kelly, Mark, Joey, any of you who sort of, you know, keep that site running, you are amazing. All the blogs, when there wasn't much information out there, just being so brave to do it. So I'm getting so corny, but I just feel really grateful, because it's so scary, and it's just such a shame we all have to do it on our own. There's just, oh god, I sense I've got to stop before I go off into a really waffling territory. Anyway, as always, I mean, like I said, it's going to be a really busy month, but you can always email me or Facebook me, or, you know, any channel, and I'll answer any comments. Or if you just want support, just, you know, do anything and I'll get back to you. I'm sending you lots of virtual love and a big hug, and I will speak to you soon with another video. Bye.